Actually, they started way back in 62. As you are aware, of course, 62, that's when we got independence. This exercise continued on, but as you realize, a number of things happened to our country soon after independence. So the exercise was discontinued for a considerable period until again when they relaunched it in 2003. Now, I'm not in a position immediately to count on the number of scholarships that have been awarded from 62, but I'm at least able to give you the record from 2003. All in all, 2,078 scholarships have been awarded to cover different disciplines. But of course, the emphasis was on science, and this is almost in line with the government policy to encourage science. And in this, of course, we are talking about engineering, medicine, agriculture, things of that. The impact is certainly obvious because, as you will appreciate, surprisingly, I think I've been around also for some time. Way back in 1990, I chaired the first visitation of Makerere University. And part of my recommendation then was to encourage sponsorship of private students. And because the number government could afford to support was so small compared to the number of people who would qualify to enter university. So Madhvani now coming up with scholarship in 2003 obviously assisted to give opportunity to those who would not have otherwise gone into university if they didn't have any sponsorship. Sometimes when you get opportunity to interview their alumni, they will definitely tell you that either they were parentless or one of the supporters had died or lost employment. So they filled that vacuum, and that means quite a lot as we speak today. Right. Because it has, that opportunity to get education would have been missed if someone had not had this scholarship. The process is relatively simple. We, of course, differ slightly from what had been previously happening. This time round is going to be online. And the exercise started, I could say, yesterday. But yesterday was a public holiday. So naturally, we didn't launch. So we've launched today on the 2nd, and it's going to go on up to the end of the month. The applications are open to all the areas of Uganda, and there isn't any either group that is privileged to apply, no. And in order for the exercise to move, my group, my committee, my main body, which is the Madhvani Foundation committee, we have a subcommittee, which is this year headed by Honorable Anthony Butere. He's going to be sitting with selected scholars, professors who form the subcommittee. I would encourage students, actually, those who have, as of course I've explained previously, those who can prove to us that they are worthy to be assisted. Because if you have, of course, able parents who are supporting you in university, able to pay your fees and so on, you are not orphan, or your parents have not lost employment, we don't really feel, that you apply. We need those who really deserve, those who are in need, in the real need. And you can prove to us that you are in need. Otherwise, we would not, and we cannot encourage those who cannot prove during the course of the interview that they are needed. Last year, we sponsored 172. And naturally, we have put aside 700 million. And that's the check I handed over to the chair of the subcommittee.
All right.
And depending on the school fees structure, because what finally decides the number is your budget. I mean the demands. Because when you have applications, for example, of those who are either taking engineering or medicine, and the school fee structure or the fee structure is such that it is high, naturally your numbers will reduce. But if we have reasonable amounts, we obviously, so long as we keep within the 700 million. What has to be appreciated, which I will always repeat, is the generosity of the Madhvanis, because they have to sustain the students. Once they have been awarded scholarships, they have got to see them through the course. So this year, that is, as we say, 2018, 2019, 700 is now put aside. But then realize they are ongoing students. So the budget is always very high. We are not restricted to specific universities. The most important point is that all universities that are recognized by the Uganda Higher Education Body